Hello everybody, you ready to get started on the Adagio Cantabile from the 13th Symphony by Haydn. You've watched the last tutorial and you've marked your score and you have the parts in front of you. Mine's been marked up even more by my 2-year-old. I have a tuner with which I've tuned my cello to 441, yeah, A 441, and you need a pencil, right, and probably better to warm up a little bit before you start this tutorial. I suggest a 2 or 3 octave G major scale. That's the key this piece is in. So score, ready to go. Hopefully you have a space that's quiet and safe, and use the tuner to have your instrument tuned to 441. Have a pencil. You also need a metronome, very important, metronome. So gather those things, play a scale, and then start this video. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend that you're gonna pause here, and then when you're done gathering the pencil and the metronome and the tuning of the instruments and warming up a little bit with the G major scale, then you can resume the tutorial. Okay, so now you're done, and we are going to start section by section. I'm once again going to go at a pace that will allow you to kind of go along. Yeah, I'll take time to mark things and do things slowly so that you don't have to pause too many times. But you may still need to pause, in which case just simply do that. I want to start with the very first section, which is now marked A in your part. It ends with this trill, and in the arrangement that you have, you'll realize that it has an upper grace note. That grace note basically is akin to starting the trill from the upper note. The trill is written on a C, and the upper note of the trill would be a D, and you start from the D. Exactly. And then in Haydn's era and style of playing, you also put a turn at the end of the trill. Right? It ends up being the grace note. Trill, hold it for a second. It sounds like this. I think that's something, it occurs several times in this piece. The trill that starts from the upper note has a turn and then concludes. I would invest some time in that, okay? Let's try it. I'm gonna try the very first section A, and the metronome that you just got for yourself, we're gonna set that to 50. Metronome at 5-0. And that 5-0 represents eighth notes. Slow. Listen to me play it once. That's section A. You'll notice that I'm playing very even with the metronome, yeah? So, after you listen to me play it one more time, you should try it a few times, right? Before I give you any more clues. So for that, you should pause the video. So listen to me play one more time, pause the video, and you play it a few times with the metronome click in 50. Yeah, here we go. Okay, pause video here, and then resume after you've tried it a couple times. Okay, so let's analyze it a little bit, divide it into sections. I like to start up bow, yeah, so mark up bow on your music, bow, and the first bar ends up being few different length of stroke. Yeah, this first long note, and then those two down, up, they're not very long, and then spend freely on those and the last group of notes. So I'll tell you again. Very long. Try that a few times after pausing this video. Nice. Because I started up bow, the last stroke of that first bar was down bow, meaning the second bar begins up bow. And it goes. You'll notice that the last slur of the first bar, the downbeat of the second bar, the 8th note, and then the next 4 notes, 30-second group, and then the next 4 note 30-second group, they are all 8 notes, meaning it should line up with your metronome like this. I'm going to start from the last 4 notes of the first bar, which is down bow. Here we go. Try that with me. Don't turn the video off. Hopefully you can hear the clicker loud enough. We're starting down bow, the last 4 notes of the first bar, and we're going to go up to the notes before trill. Ready? And. Together again. Here we go. One more time. Ready? And. Shall we put it together from the beginning up to that point? So you can turn your metronome off and use mine now, okay? So listen to this metronome. I'm gonna put it near the video. From the beginning up to that point. Ready? And go. And. Let's do that again. Ready? And go. And. Nice. Now, the trill. You have to probably turn the video off and try that trill a few times yourself. It has to go. But if that's like utterly impossible for you right now, I would recommend skipping the trill for now. When you skip the trill, you also skip the turn, so it just becomes those 2 8th notes that you see there. 8th, 8th, yeah. But the trill is nice, isn't it? I hope at least few of you will be brave enough to throw it in there. Okay. Pause here. Review with the metronome at 50. See if you can make sense of this first 2 bars, which is area A, and then resume video, and then we'll play it together a few more times. Okay, let's try it together a few more times. Ready? 3 and 4 and. Nice. If you do the trill, it's nice to do those 2 strokes separate, down with the trill and up bow on the B natural. If you don't do the trill, I would probably slur it together. The next stroke that begins area B is down bow, but it wouldn't matter if you end up bow or down bow previously because there's a 16th note rest which will give you ample time to reset if you need to. One more time, beginning, play with me with my metronome. Here we go. Very nice. You can repeat all of this, obviously, right? So that is letter A, area A, okay? And I'm going to stop this video here and then upload a different video for area B. Oh, there you go. Okay, see you soon.